Okay, take three. So, coming to you live, well, I'm live, you're not, from my makeshift live streaming classroom, if you will, in my basement. It's still a work in progress. The TV is hard to see, so we're going to get ourselves a 65, 75 incher. The project, I got a whiteboard here, so when I talk about concepts, I can kind of illustrate them for you. My technology, webcam, trying to make this work out so you can have as real of experience as we can together talking about things. I don't love the technology on campus yet. It's not fully working, not working great, so we're going to go with this and probably eventually build a better one anyway. So, really important, we're kicking off this semester right now fast. You got a lot of assignments that I just posted for your groups. I put you into groups. I've done my best giving you your 1 or 2 selections. I didn't know it would be so lopsided in terms of choices. So it's not a perfect world. There was no bias. I just kind of put you in best I could fit into the categories that I could put you in. Now it's your job as groups, and it's fast and hard to get going and get in touch with these clients. I'll walk you through kind of the assignments that we have and what we've got for you to get going quickly and on schedule. Okay, so it's important that you're accessible and available to your group members. Try to give them the best time that you can to get together quickly. Okay, so there's a new announcement on Canvas. Okay, let's see if this does even show up a little bit. All right, so but you can pull up Canvas yourselves. We've got the OCEO group. Okay, I've got contact information. Project manager Catherine. In-clan communications. Sorry. Okay, this is Jose. There's his contact information. Project manager TBD. I'll tell you about this in a minute. UVU Digital Agency is me, and those of you that are in the digital agency, you are treating me just like a client in the client conversations. So you do everything every other group does, just like they do it. Nadia, I have you as the project manager there. I was very surprised, to be honest, by how, it was perplexing. It was actually quite perplexing when I asked you if you wanted to be a project manager. I just didn't have a lot of you interested, and either that's because you're incredibly busy, or just not something that excites you or interests you. But in terms of in-clan communications, I didn't want to just make somebody do it because nobody in that group even said maybe they'd be interested. So when you guys meet in-clan communications, when you guys meet for the first time as a team, I need you to work out that role. Now there's other roles to work out too, so I'll just explain those to you here in just a minute. But I don't have one specifically picked out for you, so that's probably your first thing you need to do as a team, is somebody needs to step up and take on that responsibility and take on that role, okay, for the group. Now, so I've got communication information, but let's talk about what you're doing in sequence, okay? So what I'm going to pull up next in terms of just assignments for groups. Now that you're in groups, you can go into Canvas, go under people, and see it. Okay, one of the first assignments you have due is to get organized. Okay? You can't really see this. I'm going to use it more for my notes than yours, okay? But first thing you're going to do as a group is you're going to get a Slack channel set up. Okay? When you get your Slack channel set up, project managers or somebody in the group who communicates, okay, in clan, you guys are going to be a little bit behind the ball. You guys, someone's got to kick off that communication, start getting each other's information, when you're accessible, when can you meet, when are you available, those type of things, everything you know you have to do with group projects already, okay? But then you've got to get a Slack channel set up. I'd like you to name your Slack channel, okay? And you have to invite me. On this actual assignment is the email address I want you to use to invite me to your Slack channel, okay? When you do your Slack channel, like I said, please give it the name of your group, a name of your project. I'm going to get invited to 11 of these this semester. It's going to be crazy for me. So I've got to do my best to stay as organized as I can. So the easiest way I can see, oh, it's this group or it's this group, is very helpful. All right? The next thing you're going to do after you create your Slack channel is you are going to create a couple of additional roles for your project. All right? We've got project manager, in-clan communications. You guys still have to work that out. But we have 2 other roles that are very important this semester that are very specific. They're all in this assignment here, so you can read through them. The second role is the communications manager, okay? This needs to be somebody who can put some sentences together, who can format and look good, and this individual will be in charge of all communications all semester long with the client. Okay, and they need to be proactive with communications, not just communicating when they're assigned, but making sure everybody's on board. I have a different email address here in the document that I want to be CC'd on all communications with clients. Okay, that's a different email address. It's my work email address. I want that one to be CC'd on. That's in the instructions. The third role has come about because the last couple of semesters we found this to be very helpful. It's called the document manager. This needs to be somebody who's very organized, because at the end of the semester, everything you've done collectively as a group, and I mean everything, brainstorming, research, whatever it might be, is going to get passed on to your client in a format that your client wants, and I need to get it too. This is validation that you've been working hard all semester long, okay? So the other role, the other responsibility that I think it's not required, but I recommend your groups do for your document manager, or maybe even give this to somebody else, but since your document manager is usually somebody who's organized, the other responsibility I'd give to this person is making sure group assignments get turned in. I think one person should be individually responsible. I know you assign out tasks, but one person should just be making sure that gets turned in, because it is frustrating, absolutely frustrating for me and for you when one person doesn't turn in a group assignment because the entire group fails. And there's nothing I can do about that. It is what it is. And I've had that happen, unfortunately, multiple times. So finding somebody, somebody should be reviewing each other's work anyway, but if you've got somebody who's got good design, a good look for how things look, because those of you who've taken my class, you know my number one rule in marketing, it's the number one rule in marketing, it's make it look good. So if nothing else, everything you do, you make it look good. You will lose points if it doesn't look good right off the bat, okay? Everything you do, communications, assignments, whatever it is, make it look good, okay? So the document manager might be someone who can, who's got some design piece that can just make sure that it slaps some lipstick on it, make it look good, and get it turned in on time. Doesn't have to be, but I'm just recommending it for your groups that you have somebody who kind of oversees that, in addition to the project manager who's overseeing the tasks and the responsibilities and the activity of group members. I've gone through 5 years of this, and there is no perfect solution for group members who are less than diligent in helping out, okay? I've had suggestions every semester. I had a great suggestion in my day class that I think may actually solve this problem, but I haven't gotten it yet, which is possibly a TA from an MBA who can also mentor the groups and kind of stay active. But without that in place, we've tried everything from individual accountability, assignments, driving up points, everything. I'm not going to worry about this semester. It's on you guys as teams to police each other, to take care of each other, and to inform me if there are individuals who are less than diligent, and their grade will suffer accordingly. And that's just it. Now, will you get to be able to fail somebody? No, that's on me. I will never give you the responsibility to fail people. That's something that's on me, but I need that communication. I can't have it be this person didn't do anything all semester and not hear about it till the end of the semester. That's where me and the project managers, we will be in direct communication and so forth. And anyone else who feels they need to just kind of let me know and keep me informed, absolutely available for that type of communication, okay? I know you guys have, you're online, and that online means you probably have full-time jobs or families or both, whatever it might be, or you're in a distant spot. I know all those circumstances exist, but I also know that you have 96,000, somewhere around 96,000 seconds in a day. And guess what? I have 96,000 seconds in a day. So it's not that you don't have enough time. It's not that Bill Gates or Barack Obama or anybody in this world has more time than you have, or less. We all have the same amount of time. So I hate the excuse, I didn't have time. No, it's you didn't choose to make it a priority. Okay, so if you don't get internal assignments done, if you go to Hawaii, if you're getting married, some things are more important than others, but in the end, it's what you choose to make a priority. And if you choose not to make this class a priority and not to make your group a priority, your grade will suffer accordingly. That's just the cause and effect of what happens with choices. Okay, so please keep that in mind. Be accountable to each other. Be accountable to your groups. Okay, so you're going to get in Slack. You're going to get these roles identified. You're going to talk about those roles. And then those of you who have these roles, PM, DM, CM, okay? I'm asking you to put in parentheses after your name in Slack those roles so I can communicate with you directly, okay? Again, 11 groups. I got a lot of these to communicate with, so I just need to have a quick way of knowing who's who. So, project manager, put your name. So Catherine K, put in parentheses, project manager, okay? You're gonna get all in Slack. You're gonna get me invited to Slack. That's one of the first things you're gonna get done. That assignment is right here with terms of talking about those rules, those assignments, okay? All of that, where to send emails, okay? The next thing you're gonna do that same. This is also due Wednesday of this next week. So it is important, imperative that you get communicating immediately as groups, okay? The next assignment that you can do that same night, that same time when you're organizing all of this, is 15 client questions, okay? I want you to come prepared to talk to these clients. Jose, I've only met a couple of times. James is very new at this. So these individuals are not going to be, they don't know what you're capable of and what you can do and what your skills are. It's really important that that gets communicated. It's really important that you talk to them in depth about what you can and can't do and what they need and investigate more about the situation. So what I want the groups to do some homework, learn about the people, learn about their website, learn about their companies, do some due diligence, and then as a group, put together 15 questions that you can send to your client that prepares them for your first meeting with them, okay? So then they can look at this and say, oh, okay, I understand what these guys want to know. Those questions should be open-ended, investigative. You know, what's your project? What keeps you awake at night? What are you worried about? How can marketing fit into that? What can we do that creates impact for your business? I noticed this, or hey, it would be awesome. Hey, I went through your website. Man, you have no SEO done. Is this a priority for you? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Pull back on your skill sets and ask a question that's related to their business and your skill set, because maybe they say, well, I don't even know what SEO is. I need some help with it. And it's what you do day in and day out because you're already doing it, okay? So try to organize questions that help you understand more about their business, but also leverage some of your skills so that, because in the end, probably you as a team will be directing the client as to what you can get done for them this semester. Again, especially for Jose and James, they're kind of new at this. They're going to need your help and guidance. And I'll walk you through that probably in another video because these get big quick about the project plan. So that'll be a second video, but about the deliverables, okay? So your first assignment, get organized, get in Slack. Your second assignment, get these questions done. Both things are due the same night. I think it's Wednesday or Thursday of next week, okay? The next most important thing that's done Friday of next week, I'm pretty sure, just check the dates on this, okay, is a communication to your client. You have your client information in the announcement now. You will have your groups formed. You'll have your questions ready. Communications manager, you can't see this, but when it pulls up, you'll understand the requirements for your communication, okay? You'll CC me on it. Here's the second point, making sure you get it to the right email. It'll be professional. A couple of sentences introducing the group and excitement, okay? 3 dates and times, 2 in the day, 1 in the evening, that you're proposing that you meet with your client. This isn't 3 times that you have to meet in the next week and a half. It's that you're proposing, hey, our group is mostly available these times. Can you meet with us any one of these times? Now, because this is online, maybe you have to propose at least 1 during the day, at least 2, maybe in the evenings. If you're really only available on the weekends, maybe propose 1 on the weekend, okay? I'll tell these clients to be flexible, but it's important that you're flexible too, and it's also important to realize that the entire group does not need to be there. Who needs to be there is a majority of the group. So find times when the majority of the group can be on a virtual call with these clients and meet with them and propose those times. Now, Monday, a week from tomorrow, Monday, is a holiday, so probably not available. So that's why I'm giving you about a week and a half to get this assignment done. But you need to get this communication done. It needs to be sent out in the hours of 8 to 5. So it goes down to business hours, makes us look professional with all of these things on it, okay? Make sure you read through this. Make sure it looks good. Make it clean, simple. Put all this in there with the minimal amount of design, right? KISS, keep it simple, okay? So keep it simple, make it look good. Send the questions with it, okay? Say, by the way, we prepared these questions to ask you at our meeting. And so that can kind of get them to start brainstorming, start thinking about what you're capable of, etc., okay? This communication's due this week as well. You need to get it out. I don't recommend waiting until the last minute. I recommend getting out the sooner the better so that you can get a time organized, because you only have until Friday of next week, so 2 weeks, about 2 weeks from now, to have virtually met with your client and submitted the most important assignment, which is your deliverables. Okay, and I'm gonna take another video to talk to you about that. Okay, so we're gonna go, like I said, fast and hard. You've got to be available. We've got to get this going. We've got to get things rolling so you can get to work. Okay, so check these assignments, these 3 assignments out. Get going as groups. I'm gonna send out an email tonight and tell you to get on this. So start communicating with each other. Start getting getting a Slack channel set up amongst the group, and just get going quickly. Don't wait for everybody to communicate if you don't have to. Let's just start getting rolling. Get these Slack channels set up. Start the communication channel. In terms of meeting with the client virtually, there's options. Okay, this is a little bit different. Normally, I had you guys meet with them in person. I'm not going to require that this time. It's still possible if you're interested. But if one of you has access to Zoom and you can do that, the Microsoft Teams that we now have on Canvas, you can use that tool. Maybe I'll do a quick video on how to use it. I'm new to it as well, but I can at least create some channels and team meeting spaces so you can use it if you need to. Let's get in Slack, and we can get some of these questions and concerns resolved individually, group by group, and make sure you guys have tools and resources you need to get going. Okay, so I'm going to end this video because these get to be a couple gigabytes and then I got to shrink them. So I'm going to end this one, and then I'm going to give you another one talking about the most important part, which is the project deliverables. Okay, so we'll go there.